Alright, we're going to do problem 4.4 now, which has a couple tricks to it, but I think we're going to get through it all right. So we're going to do a standard IPT. We're going to start right where we have been starting by starting a 2D sketch on the XY plane. Zoom out a little. And let's look. So A to B has no angle. It just got a distance. So A to B is 11.29. So let's go in there. Start from any point. 11.29, as I believe what we said. Yep. And then I'll hit tab and just make sure my angle is at 0. So we got 11.29. It's good with an angle of 0. So B to C is an angle of 129 and 5.37. So 5.37, and the angle again was 129. And then C to D was 6.04. 04 with an angle of 112. Remember, each time I'm adding the angle in, I'm just hitting the tab key. Kind of lets me do it. D to E is 333.23, an angle of 133. And then 166, E to F. E to F is 8.58. An angle of 166. Whoops. A little far there. Then we're going to go down to 90 for F to G, which is 2.41 at an angle of 90. And then G to H is 6.73. 6.73 at an angle of 90. And then we're going to go H to I, which is 3.03 at an angle of 90. And then we have I to J, 713, an angle of 109. An angle of 109. And then we connect. And this one, I will tell you, this is different than it looks in the picture. And that's okay. This isn't totally correct. So this is what you should have it look like. It's not quite at a 90. So once you get it all drawn, you have to come in here and add these dimensions with these circles. So these circles have a radius of 0.75, meaning they're 1.5 circles. There's 2 of them. And it's kind of a tricky one to get done. So let's see what we can do to figure this out. So here's the big one. This line to the same angle as these lines. So that's very important. So what we can do is we can actually use this tool called offset to kind of offset this line. Now, I don't want to offset the whole shape, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this line. I'm going to draw another one in there, and then I'm going to try to offset just the one line, like this. I'm going to use that as my imaginary center line. I'm going to scrap it in the end, but for now, it's very handy for a center line. So if we dimension this at 2.25, that gives us our center line that we can draw our circle on. We know our circle is going to sit somewhere on the center line. So I can draw this circle, which I know is 5.18 away from the corner. So I can go to the corner, 5.18. See how it stays on the line? That's very important. I can do my diameter, which is twice my radius. And then I know that between here and here is 5 inches. So I can take a line that I can make sure stays at this 19 degrees. And that line should be, click once, click twice to get parallel, 5 inches. And that's where my second circle is going to go, which is going to be 1.5. Now I can just go to the top of my circles and connect them. You'll notice it's going to give me a point here, point here. I can get rid of this line and that line. So I got that little thing in here. If we were drawing this strictly in 2D, I'd trim these, but you really don't have to for an IPT, because we're going to hit Finish Sketch, and we are going to extrude it 1 inch. So there we go. We got our shape. Okay. We're going to take this shape. We're going to save it as 4-4. And we are going to put it into a GTT IDW. So 4-4. And we're in. So we're going to go back to the IDW. Let's see if we can get this in here. It's fairly large, but full scale she'll fit. And then we just got to go through and give her her angles and her points. So let's see. So all the angles up to H are on the inside and those two are on the outside. So those are easy. So we'll go in, do 1, 2, 3, 4. Got to make sure you get both of the 90s in without touching each other. 5, 6, 7. We're definitely going to want a center line between the two circles. We're going to want this dimension. We're going to want this dimension. We're going to want this dimension. Anything else we need? And we're going to want that dimension. Everything else is covered pretty much. Then we just got to go in and add all of our letters around the outside and do our chart. So we'll go to text. We'll do A. Put it where I kind of want it. Zoom in a little. Copy A. Go to paste. They all go on the outside, so it should be nice and easy. Done, done, done. Now that one's going to get deleted. Okay, this one's getting deleted. So let's just A, B, A to B, put in a better location. A to C, location's okay. D, location's fine. E, location's okay. F, G, I'm going to move the G out just a little. I'll move this H out just a little. H, I, I'm just trying to move this, and finally J. So I got all my letters in there, nothing's conflicting with anything else. I can add my chart. I'm just going to count how many rows I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. Alright, general. Bump, bump. 9 rows. Then put my chart up here, kind of out of the way. AB is 11, 29. BC is 537. CD is 6.04. D 3.23. EF FG GH finally IJ, which is and that should be all.